It is the first major event of Speed Weeks 96 at Daytona, the 18th annual Busch Clash, and the two greatest stars of 1995 will start dead last. At the World Center of Speed, what a beautiful day for a race. The temperature just about perfect, not much of a breeze. 17 drivers at the ready for today's event. Let's get the command to get this one cranked.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports, our Grand Marshal, Richard Highfield.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
We'll be back for the start of the 18th annual Busch Clash after these messages. The prelude to the Great American Race next Sunday. Hope you're going to be with us here on CBS to enjoy the Daytona 500. 38th annual, noon next Sunday. Busch Clash today, and 17 cars at the ready. Let's take a look at the race analysis here.
Of course, it's 25 miles, his first 10-lap segment. Winner's purse is $25,000. That's worth going after. Record 17-car field.
And they'll all be going after it. The track itself, how about it, Kenny Wallace?
Yeah, you know, yesterday I qualified 11th for the Daytona 500, and it's a 2.5 mile, and it is asphalt. It's got a tri-oval down the front straightaway, and that gets a little tricky going down the front straightaway if you're 2-3 deep. The banking, of course, it's 31 degrees, and I'll tell you what, many times around this, your head will start feeling like a bowling ball. It's really banked and put some G-forces in you. Through that tri-oval, that's 18 degrees of banking, and of course 60 degrees down the back straightaway.
That 6 degrees just about enough to let the water run off. That's not going to be needed today. Another lap and they'll turn them loose out here. Let's take a look at some in-car cameras. Out back, you're riding with Jeff Gordon dead last. He can go either inside or outside as they come across the line with car number 24. And there's Jeff, 24 years old, defending Winston Cup champion, first driver to make $4 million in a year. And the man in black is back on the pole for the Daytona 500 next Sunday for the first time in his career. Here's Bill Elliott's onboard camera.
Bill, of course, a two-time winner of the Daytona 500 and a past winner of the Busch Clash as well.
There's his bumper cam.
He'll give us a different view there. There's Bill resting comfortably inside, ready to go.
Good luck, Bill. David Green won 4 poles in the Busch Grand National Series to qualify for this clash today. He's ready. Remember, Green will start 8th, and up in 3rd spot, inside of that 2nd row, old BW.
Darrell Waltrip, I mean, what a legend. This guy, he keeps coming back every year for more, and look at him. He got himself right up front for the Busch Clash, so he's always hungry, and he knows he's got to go for it.
He's hasn't been pleased with the speed of his Chevrolets here during the last few days of practice and qualifying, but he has himself a good spot here, and drafting plays such an important role here at the Daytona International Speedway, so he might be able to, he's a master at that, so he might be able to do okay here.
And there are the folks out back, and we're going to watch them move up through. Remember, inverted field. Next Sunday, Ford and Chevy in the front row for the 500. Gosh, that's going to be a barn burner. You're getting excited already, aren't you, Gary?
I'm pumped up. You know, qualifying 11th for the 125s, at least if it assures me to be in there. But right now, it's the Busch Clash. These guys are really pumped up.
Observers up in 3 and 4 saying it's just a bit gusty on that end of the 2.5 mile Daytona Speedway. Get ready. We're going to go racing at Daytona. 2 10-lap sprints, $330,000 in the hopper. 17 drivers ready to bring it on down. And they've all brought second cars. No points here. They're ready to tear them up if they need to. If you get the bumper in, you can get the whole car through.
And you can't be conservative in this race. You can't wait. You don't have time to wait and see how the car is going to come in later, conserve your tires and all those kind of things that you do in a 500-mile race. You just put the pedal to the metal and go at it. We're about to go at it.
Standing welcome ovation from it looks like over 60,000, maybe more here today as the Clash rolls out. Plays out back. Gordon immediately presses for the outside.
Yeah, I wonder if that's by design that Earnhardt's dropping that far back to try to get himself a
he's
pick up
way
the
off.
grab. He's lost the grab.
Dale Earnhardt either missed a shift or something's going. It looks like he's up to speed now. You kind of thought he was playing a trick to get a run and draft him down the back straightaway.
But he wouldn't have backed up that far to do that.
No, I think something happened to the transmission. Maybe he missed a shift on the start.
Maybe just being nice, wants to give those guys a chance.
Sure. Here's Gordon.
We know better than that.
Up on the 31-degree banking. East end of the speedway. First time in that draft, about 190 miles per hour. And down they come to complete lap number 1. Up in front to the stripe. Mast comes across with Earnhardt. Or rather with Earnhardt now. Boy, he's still back about 30 car lengths as you watch Walsh up there in second spot. And a little smoke out of Andretti's car.
Yes, there is a good bit of smoke out of his car.
I tell you, he really looks loose right there. He's running Jeff Gordon up the track. That doesn't look good right now.
Sterling Marlin pressing on the inside. Number 4, Marlin going for second. Maybe trying to find a hole to go for the lead on Rick Mast in number 1.
I'll tell you who's surprising here right now is Dave Marcus at the right of your camera. That green and blue car, Dave is really strong right now.
It looks a great deal like Bobby Labonte's
3
car.
wide here, Ken. Look at Gordon up on the outside and Andretti down on the inside. That Strickland was in the middle there momentarily. Here they are up in front, 3 wide. Ken Schrader in the middle.
Schrader tried to split him to make a move, and now he's left out the drive.
Earnhardt has reeled it back in. Andretti is on pit road. First corner in. Andretti down to 16 on the field, working lap 3. High side, Gordon all the way up, and the marbles making that move.
Oh, that's a gutsy move.
Musgrave down there. Bud Strickland's number 8 up on the inside of Jeff Gordon in the rear. Meanwhile, in front, there you see defending Daytona 500-mile champion, the man trying to be the first in history to win it 3 in a row in the 500. Out in front, Sterling Marlin.
I tell you who's really making a move right now is Dale Jarrett. He's also looking for third, but it's really surprising is Dave Marcus running a strong third, and that's an independent.
Let's go to Dick Berggren for more on Earnhardt.
Well, the crew is kind of wondering what's going on as well, Ken. They say the shifter was a little tight. He may have not been able to shift well on the start. He has also radioed back to the crew to say the car is flooding a little bit in the corners. Earnhardt not yet running as well as he should.
You see just in front of him in the 15th position, David Green out of Owensboro, Kentucky.
Jarrett has moved from 12th up to 2nd place. He's right on the back bumper now of Sterling Marlin. As we see a lot of action back in the pack.
And tough old Texas Terry Labonte makes his move. Ricky Rudd staying right with him. Gordon continuing to press and come through the field. Last lap, 188.4. Back to the stripe. And Gordon has meandered up through. Put him in 6th from 17th. You see him pressing right in behind Terry Labonte in number 5. Down on the bottom of the racetrack, Jeff Gordon.
Rick Mast going past Terry Labonte up on the outside. Ken Schrader in the 25 car. Here's Gordon in the 24 coming on the inside of his teammate. 25 car, 24 car, and the 5 car all owned by Rick Hendrick Motorsports. John Andretti gets some repairs on his car and goes back out in the action, but he's already several laps down.
Midway in the first 25 miles. Here's Dick Berggren.
Well, John Andretti has just taken a lengthy pit stop. He has gone a lap down. His problem, an oil leak in the engine compartment. He's back out again. It shouldn't be a problem for the rest of the race.
Jeff Gordon into 5th, putting a lap on Andretti. Marlin stays 1st. Jarrett in 2nd. Ricky Rudd 3rd. Terry Labonte in 4th. Gordon in 5th. And Andretti may be coming back in.
I tell you, these 3 guys up front are doing good, but what I'm looking at right now is the 5 car and the 24 car look like they're peeking to the outside. The bottom of the racetrack is their strong point, but I think Gordon and Labonte are surprising them up high in 1 and 2. Now they go to the bottom here trying to get something done in the trial.
And getting it done is Labonte at number 5. Just squeezes one off. Here comes Gordon.
Ricky Rudd in the 10 car. trying to hang on the outside. He'll get a run off of this turn. Gordon pinched down a little bit there, depending on the draft that Rudd's able to pick up. Depends on who will get to turn 3 first. It looked like it might be Gordon.
Andretti penalized, too fast on pit road. Hits and goes back out again. Non-factor in this first segment.
Okay, these guys you're looking at right now, they're going to have to get in line because the front 3 are hooked up and they're moving away right now.
Schrader up on the outside. He was in the middle of that 3-wide sandwich. Back on lap number 2.
That completes the 7th lap. Just 3 more to go.
Sterling Marlin, 73 and 74. Richard Petty won the Daytona 500 back-to-back. 83 and 84. The great Cale Yarborough did it. Will Sterling Marlin be the first man in history to win the 500 3 years in a row? Be with us next Sunday to see. There you see the top 3, Marlin out in front, and Runt Pittman has given him the horses to stay in this lead. Last lap at 189.3.
And Kenny, you're right. Those front 3 are pulling away. Those guys started racing back there side by side. They've singled out a little bit now, but those 3 were able to get away.
That's right, Ned. You know, as a racer, you're sitting there, and Jeff Gordon didn't want to give up that 3rd place. He thought he could get past Ricky Rudd. Just a competitive nature. He did that for about a lap and a half, and the top 3 are gone, and we're at 2 to go now.
There's the interval between that first group and that second group. There you see Rudd and Gordon. And Gordon's been shook off in that battle for the lead with 2 to go. Schrader up to 6.
It's getting to be showtime here now up front if you got anything left.
Earnhardt out back. Boy, what a surprise that one is. Get more on that.
Yeah, but he'll start up front in the next race.
Yeah, and then we got that little segment after these 10 laps, and you know the crew's going to fix it. So I think he's going to be really strong.
White flag. To go on the first segment.
Well, you have 2 Fords behind that. No, you have a Ford in the middle of that pack up front. You have a Chevrolet and a Ford and a Chevrolet. Dale Jarrett's got to wonder, am I going to get any help here?
Ned, we got a good mixture, don't we? I mean, we got the Fords and Chevys right up here. This is great for the fans.
Only one Pontiac started this race, and that was Rick Mast, who was up on the point. Pretty even between the others. Getting down for decision on the first 10 laps. Sterling Marlin out in front as you watch it live this afternoon here on CBS.
Sterling's going to win it. He'll make a pass in this short distance back to the start-finish line.
Maybe get Ned to call Dale home, get him in there.
I tell you, the last 3 years, we look at this TV screen, it seems like that yellow car, Daytona's always up front, guys.
Oh, he's there.
He's so strong in the corners on the bottom of the racetrack.
Morgan McClure, number 4, crew chief Tony Glover, and the engine man, one of the best, Runt Pittman, has won the first segment, collects $25,000. CBS Sports coverage of the Busch Clash continues after this message and a word from your local station. Segment 1, you take a look at the results. There you see who's hot. Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett, Terry Labonte, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Gordon in those top 5 spots. There's the midst of the field. Marcus up to 10th spot, and looking back at the end to see who's not in this race. Earnhardt in trouble. Elliott, Green, Waltrip, Musgrave there. Way out back, Bobby Labonte well off his feet.
Yeah, Bobby was really struggling. He started on the outside pole and just went backward. Didn't have a good qualifying effort yesterday for the Daytona 500.
Riding with Earnhardt on the pit road. Here's Dick Berggren.
Well, the crew is really not sure of what is wrong with this race car. They know it's under the hood. They're going to pop the hood, and they're going to try a whole bunch of things. One of the things they're going to do is change ignition. There's a backup ignition system in these cars. They're going to change to the backup. They're also going to check the carburetor leakage on it. There's a possibility that they have a problem with the carburetor. They're not going to try to change the carburetor because they don't really have enough time. And, of course, they're going to put 4 fresh tires on it. But the engine is the key. Earnhardt has run this race 9 times. He's won it 6. He's going to be starting in the back this time, Mike Joy.
Thanks, Dick. And Sterling Marlin's pit. The leader is having his wheel nuts retorqued. They are raising the hood. Runt Pittman just handed a hose over. The pressurized water system is going to get a refresh and a refill, and some more tape is going on the grill. That will let less air through the radiator and direct more of it flowing up and over the car. It will make the car faster. It'll also make it run a little bit hotter. Everyone is taking on 4 tires at this end of pit road. A big chassis change on the right rear of Ricky Rudd's car, and the hood is up on Bobby Labonte. Ken Squire?
Well, watching Earnhardt's number 3 out there, looked like he was fiddling with the transmission a little. See, he's still...
Yeah, guys, one thing I noticed when we first went to the end shot there of him in the seat, the first thing I seen Dale doing, Ned, was jiggling the shifter, playing with the shifter boot. So that kind of leads me to believe maybe, you know, he didn't get it in gear or something. I don't know, pure speculation.
And maybe over-rev the engine.
Right.
The engine when he didn't get it in gear. I don't know.
Yeah, and if you over-rev the engine, you know, you might, you know, crack a valve or something in the rock rails. But
valve springs, you can break those very easy in over-revving it.
Dale Earnhardt, who is on the pole for next Sunday's 500. Great run last week. We'll take a quick commercial break and then return here to the Daytona Busch Clash. Daytona International Speedway. More fun there after these commercial messages. The Bud One Airship, aerial ambassador of the King of Beers, proud to provide you these beauty shots of the Daytona International Speedway today. Ready for the second segment. Pit road is clear. Last 2 cars out, Gordon and Earnhardt. Take a look at the halftime stats here, Ned.
Well, there were just 1 lead change as Sterling Marlin got to the front quick. Biggest move from 12th to 2nd was Dale Jarrett. Most laps led, of course, was Marlin.
And the other big move was Gordon out of the rear, pulling his way up through the field to finish in 4th. A couple of real good runs in that one. But now it's down to the big end of the payoff. Hey, we're tracking Earnhardt and Gordon for you. There is how it went in that first part. And as you see, the Earnhardt situation never got better from the outset. It's a little like Bodine. Remember, he made those repairs back in '93. He finished 13th, came back up through and won the second segment and goes down as the winner of the race. And we're back inside a very relaxed 6-time winner of this event in 9 previous races. His 10th start here. Here's Jeff Gordon. I wonder how much he's got to hold off at number 4 of Sterling Marlin and the Dale Jarrett car.
It's going to be interesting. They've made adjustments on the cars. In that first 10 laps, they learned some things, either a little too loose or a little too tight, whatever, and made those adjustments and ready to go again.
Here you see David Green. He is pulled to the back of the field. As I understand, or he's going to pull to the back of the field. Right now, it's not the case. Coming down by, pace cars have them in. As you look over the front of the field, getting ready on the start, what, in 1? Take 1, and then they're going to turn them loose.
They'll start the first gear.
They're coming down for the start right now. And as they come to the stripe, you'll have Bill Elliott up front with Earnhardt. In row 2 is Waltrip and Green. Row 3, that's Rick Bass there, and Bobby Labonte as they scoot down into turn number 1.
Dale Jarrett makes it 3 wide into turn 1. Sterling Marlin trying to follow him right through there. Jarrett and Rudd almost get together. Boy, some tight racing. There's Rudd right in the middle.
Rudd making a quick move before things settle down, goes right up the middle with Marlin on the bottom.
I'll tell you what, right there was some close racing. The boys were saying, let me get through this right now.
Yes, and get out of this lap.
Bill Elliott's bumper cam. Looking back at Dave Marcus. Coming around to complete lap number 1. Earnhardt scoots out in front.
Earnhardt's problem is fixed.
Yeah, yeah, whatever it was, didn't take long, did it?
Sure did not.
It fixed.
Whoa! Dave Marcus and Sterling Marlin, both bumpers going through the trial there. 4 deep going into 1.
Oh, wow. And still not giving it up.
Oh, Terry moves up the track, gets into
got Kenny Schrader's radio open. You hear out there. Jerry with that incredible move in that first lap. Gets himself up into 2nd.
Well, he got up there pretty quick.
Yeah,
he got
sure
up there
did.
quick from the rear of the pack. That's reminiscent of a Dale Earnhardt type deal that we've seen Earnhardt do in the past.
And still boxed in, Gordon Back 10th or 11th on the field. I'll tell you, with these 14-to-1 compression engines taking that 50 horsepower off, it really keeps them bundled up out there, Kenny.
You know what's different this year is you don't see the guys just moving and passing everybody like they're sitting still. I contribute that to the new motor rules. Man, look at Gordon working that steering wheel up high here. These cars are set up as neutral as you can get them, meaning that they're on the loose side. The rear end wanting to come around just for this 10-lap segment. They go by Rick Mass to the left side there.
Yeah, they're hooked up in the draft there on the outside of it.
Earnhardt, Jarrett, Waltrip, Schrader, the front four.
I tell you, Sterling Marlin's going to be tough, guys. He's up to 4th already. He's looking good.
Waltrip getting hung out on the inside.
And Jarrett trying to go for the lead.
Schrader, he had a good run. See what happens. They split it.
3 wide.
Earnhardt's loose, big time.
Schrader up on the outside. Marlin scooting through. Still 3 wide in the back straightaway with Terry Labonte down to the bottom.
What a race. This is unbelievable. Jarrett made one heck of a move. He had a good run going into turn 1. Now they're splitting Earnhardt.
Schrader still working that high side at number 25. Gordon right behind him. And still 3 wide all the way around this 2.5-mile track.
And while they're doing that, Jarrett and Marlin is pulling away.
Mark Martin pulls up on the inside behind Terry Labonte.
I tell you what, man, they're cruising for a bruising here. If they can get straightened out, it's going to be okay. But they're nervy right now in a race car.
Here's Mike Joy with a major prospect for next week.
Couple of interested parties. First, Jeff Bodine. Kenny Schrader went high, and you grabbed on to me to hang on.
My good buddies are putting on one hell of a race out there. I wish our QVC Ford was right in the middle of them, but we will be next year.
Ernie Irvin's had 3 top 5 finishes in the Clash. Ernie, can you believe what we're seeing here? 3 wide all the way around the racetrack.
You know, I see this every week. With the Busch Clash, it's all go for the gusto, and I tell you, it's a great thing to see.
Jeff, does Sterling still look like the fastest car?
He looks really fast, but don't count out that 88 car. That Ford Thunderbird looks really good up there right now. Earnhardt definitely fixed his problem, but he sure got snookered going into turn 1. They were going every which way to miss him, and don't count him out yet either.
All right, Ernie, pick a horse. Can Earnhardt hold him off?
We don't have to worry about Earnhardt. He's back quite a ways. So Dale Jarrett right now looks awful strong. I have to bet on him.
Sure. Ken?
That was at the moment, but here comes number 25 as they try to break each other off in that back straightaway. That's a big move down there.
Tell you what a move, Ned, by Dale. I mean, he just run right down there and closed the door on him. Said, hit me in the rear.
Yeah, Marlin started to go by him on the inside, and he shut the door on him. That's what you got to do in this race.
That was a great move.
At 190 miles per hour, they're still willing to use up the fenders in the front, the back, anything to win this race. Look at Schrader hang in there. Right now, Schrader, who had that terrible crash the last time we saw him when he was running at Talladega, is back in this thing and going to second.
And maybe trying to go for first. He's up on the high side.
Right now, you see Sterling on the inside. Sterling's bumming right now. He's saying, let me get in line. I'm going to be hung out to dry. See him trying to come up there and get inside there? Gordon's not going to let him in, saying, no way.
Trying to hold him out.
See Jeff Gordon little flapper valve. That's an air release. That's mandatory from NASCAR. It releases air if the car spins out.
Here comes Marlin back on the inside. That side-by-side racing will only help Dale Jarrett.
Earnhardt line just behind Sterling Marlin.
Earnhardt's getting back in this thing.
But Jarrett has command for the moment.
Earnhardt, here he comes. He ran the high side, cooling his tires off and making a run at him again. Unbelievable.
Wow, there was Jeff Gordon up on the outside, making it 3 wide once again.
3 rookies in this race. Andretti, Strickland, and the guy leading it, Jarrett.
And there's Earnhardt trying to help Schrader. And he does, pushes him right up there too, Jarrett. Earnhardt gets to 3rd, pushes Marlin back to 4th.
Ford Chevy battle, 1st and 2nd.
2 laps to go. This time by.
Earnhardt closing in. Here comes Marlin. Here comes Gordon. 5 miles left.
Guys, this is going to be a shootout. I see this shaping up as a barn burner at the end.
Gordon dropping on the bottom of the racetrack. He seems to, now he goes back across the track from the inside back up to the outside, and here comes number 6. It's Mark Martin putting that pedal down hard, closing up. No place to run coming off 2. Waddled in. Marlin on the outside, Earnhardt on the inside. Jarrett stays in front. Schrader's in second.
And now Marlin's going to try that outside. They passed him on the outside. He said, let me give a go at that. He's up on the high side. He's going around Ken Schrader. Here comes Earnhardt down on the inside. Wow.
Earnhardt gets left out for a moment there.
I'll tell you, it's looking good for Dale Jarrett. White flag.
This is it.
Marlin dropped back a good bit, guys, and he has got back up there to second place. He's got a long race car there.
Big time racing at its best. The NASCAR Winston Cup and their all-star show. Into the final lap. Dale Jarrett out in front, the 93 Daytona champion. Sterling Marlin, Schrader, Labonte, Earnhardt all in here. Down the back straight for the final time.
Dale Jarrett's going to win this race, guys. He's strong. My God, look at him.
I like your attitude there, Kenny.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's come from the back to the front, both segments.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. He's pulling away.
Yeah, he's got it now.
Robert Yates has done some homework over the winter.
They got some good engines in those cars.
A lot of ponies under that hood.
Here they come, down for the finish. On the 18th annual Busch Clash to the stripe. Dale Jarrett's done it. Only the 3rd win for Ford in the Busch Clash. Jarrett gives it to them as he did the 1993 Daytona 500. Wow, what a start to Speed Weeks 96 here on CBS. You know, we forgot to do.
What's that?
We forgot to let Ned call him home.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ned.
I was speechless.
Congratulations, Ned. That was great.
Thank you. He did a great job.
I'll tell you what, all the critics now, I mean, look at him. He silenced everybody. He won the race, and we were looking for those Chevrolets to win.
Hey, let's not forget Mike Joy down there with Dale Jarrett's teammate.
Well, one of the biggest smiles in the place belongs to Ernie Irvin, who put the other Robert Yates car on the outside pole for next Sunday. What'd you just learn?
I learned that I got an awful good car, good motor. You know, we did a lot of testing with that car too, so we're real excited about it. Dale did a great job. You know, he got up there and you know, got towards the lead before Sterling did, and that's what paid him the price.
Thanks, Ernie and Jeff Bodine. We'll see you guys in the Clash next year.
We'll return to Daytona International Speedway after these commercial messages.